And I think that's all I've got for tonight. So, Echo, let's close it on out. How can everyone get on board with the program here and support the little podcast we got going?
Enforcements. Not reinforcements. Enforcements.
Yes.
So,
indeed.
A few ways. First, on top of supporting this podcast, you're going to want to support yourself, I think. Supplementation. We always talk about this. I know. Anyway, Onnit has the best supplements. We all know this. Krill oil. Got my krill oil in.
Echo's in the game.
Actually, I'm staying on it every month. Anyway, so Onnit. Onnit.com/Jocko, 10% off. So supplement your wallet as well. So the krill oil, that's for your joints. Warrior bars as well. I think that one's a good one.
Shroom Tech.
Yeah.
Little Shroom Tech.
Shroom Tech is kind of... Okay, so...
Victor was talking about, he's like, I'm on Shroom Tech today. He was all fired up.
Yeah, so tell me what you think about this. So I used to take Shroom Tech all the time and be like, and I felt like it kind of gave me an advantage. Because you know how cardio conditioning and stuff is a tool in jiu-jitsu, or can be if you use it. Do you think that's an advantage?
Do I think cardio is an advantage? Oh, so
do you
what
think
you're saying
taking Shroom Tech is like, oh, he took Shroom Tech, doesn't count? Because
Okay.
I took Shroom Tech and tapped out someone who I don't tap out.
There's two ways to look at that. Well, I'll tell you what. Shroom Tech is really good. Shroom Tech did not make you tap out the person that you tapped out.
But indirectly, it could have. You know what I mean?
So I guess the answer to this would be, since you were able with Shroom Tech to do more, it's pushing you harder, so you're stepping up your game overall.
Right. Yeah, I'm allowed to train better.
Because you can train harder because of your Shroom Tech.
Yeah.
So it is, as far as I'm concerned, permissible to do that because you're just trying to get yourself better, and Shroom Tech helps you do that.
Yeah.
Now, you might have to, give a caveat, put a little asterisk next to your tap out.
I was on the Shroom Tech, so it doesn't,
quite there.
That's like a wind 8.
And today, when we got done training, I was like, I didn't take any Shroom Tech today. So maybe, and you were like,
neither did I.
And so I said, okay, it was a level playing field.
Even Steven, it's like when you run the 100-meter dash in the wind. If there's a strong wind, like you'll get the record, but there's a star there. Asterisk says wind aided record.
Oh, really?
It says wind aided. Yeah, it's still your record, but it's wind aided, so everyone knows that.
Yeah, they try and do you like that.
So yeah, when you get your Shroom Tech and you set your PR in a wad or something like this, you got to put the star there. It's like, my PR, but I was on the Shroom Tech.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably you don't have to do that. I wouldn't do that. Maybe I would. I don't know. But you might. Anyway, nonetheless, Shroom Tech Sport, though. There's two. There's Shroom Tech, what's
Recovery?
the other one? There's Shroom Tech something else. I'm talking about the sport.
It's
They're
Shroom
both
Tech
dope.
Immune.
Yes. Immune.
Yeah,
Luckily,
I take the sport.
Yeah, luckily I haven't
immune.
had to take the immune, yeah. But no, that's for general immunity, right? That should boost the thing. But anyway, that one probably not a peak performance enhancing supplement. Maybe it is indirectly. Anyway, Onnit, they're from Onnit. Get 10% off. Onnit.com/Jocko. Take the Alpha Brain too. Think a little better. Like, it makes you think. It's proven, by the way. That's saying a lot. It's legitimately proven.
Yeah.
Not like the 19%.
The 19% is pretty legitimately proven,
Bro, okay.
as far as I know.
So
Cole Miller,
UFC
fighter.
Mike Best.
I mean,
I got an email today. Got his rash guard. He just started jiu-jitsu, like a lot of us have been, and so he emails me and says, I was gonna bring the email and read it. It's like short. So he's like, hey man, I tapped out my jiu-jitsu journey, going awesome. I tapped out my first blue belt today.
Dang.
And he said, guess what I was wearing? He said, I'm not gonna attribute it to the rash guard
specifically,
but let's face it. It was the rash guard. Okay, so that being said, there's some Trooper rash guards on jockostore.com. I redid the website, by the way. Not much in effect. It's just kind of redone. Nonetheless, there's rash guards on there. They're cool. They improve your performance 19%. I guess, apparently 19 to 35%. Really, that's the range. Evidently. Anyway, cool rash guards. You can check those out. jockostore.com. There's some shirts there too. Was that you telling me that you saw someone with a shirt on? No. Victor was saying.
Oh yeah,
something
Victor.
about
Victor was saying
someone's,
he saw someone in the
and
wild.
that's the thing when, and I said this before, of course. So if you listen, that I try to put more than just the one layer on the shirt. It's kind of, there's a bunch of inside stuff.
Actually,
that if
you talking about the layers on the shirts is starting to become a thing.
I'm telling, no, I'm saying because it. You know why it's starting to become a thing? Because it is a thing. So
but you're gonna have to, like, on some future shirt, you'd have to actually put the word layers.
Yeah,
in the
layer
background.
one. Yeah, that might be dope.
Might be.
Either way, he was
Might
saying
not be.
how he recognized the shirt, and when you see someone else wearing, like, they know.
Well,
You
yeah.
know, so it's not like you see a Quicksilver shirt
No.
and it's like, hey, I'm wearing
There is
Quicksilver
no
too. Hey,
connection.
look at that. You know what I mean? It's different.
There's
it's way
no
different.
connection.
This stuff, if you listen, you're like, oh, anyway, check them out if you like them. Go grab one. You can support that way. Enforce. And then Amazon click through. What that it does is anytime you shop on Amazon, just click through on our website, jockopodcast.com, or the store. There's a little section there.
People can do a lot of Christmas and holiday shopping.
Yeah, so if you really want to get your support on,
If you
get
wanna
in the
support.
game full speed. Do the
What I
click
like about
the
that
Amazon.
one is it doesn't cost anybody anything.
Doesn't.
It just supports the podcast
Yeah.
while you're doing your normal stuff. So that's awesome, and
Mhm.
it's appreciated.
Yeah, man. The key there really is to remember to click through before you go
Mhm.
shop. That's it. Anyway, it's a good way to support the Amazon. So, yeah, on the website, again, you just click on the Amazon link before you do your shopping. Then, boom, support actively, efficiently, solid. And then, of course, subscribe on the on iTunes or Stitcher. And there's some other, like,
Google Play is now.
Yeah,
out.
Google Play. Yeah, that's
There's
a
a
good
bunch of those little podcast
Oh, yeah.
apps.
But yeah, be a subscriber, man.
Mm-hmm.
In the game, straight up.
Write a review on maybe this is, I don't know what this is. It's just one of those things. We're at like 900 something reviews.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so of course I'm
Your
like, well, I want to
OCD.
get to 1,000.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
where's I'm gonna go home and write 100 reviews tonight myself and get to 1,000.
Yeah. So,
We'll
yeah.
get 1,000 reviews.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I know, bro. That's
Well,
what I
what's
was
good
gonna
about
say.
it is if you wrote a review, I read it. I've read all the reviews that are on there. And it's
Dang.
cool because it's good feedback and it lets us know that people are listening and that they're in the game,
Yeah,
which is cool.
that is funny though.
And I want to get to 1,000 for no good
I
reason.
know that part's funny. Yeah,
Is
it
that
is no
ego?
good reason.
Is that ego, you think?
Or maybe OCD or both. Because you know how like you're like,
Oh.
hey, I don't. You know how like when you pump the gas,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get. If you're not filling up, you're like, I'm gonna get right on the $20 mark, and you
Oh,
go,
yeah.
it's like it's a weird thing. Anyway, it's something like that. You know how like people they'll celebrate. Hey, I got to 1,000 subscribers or whatever. You know,
Mhm.
people they'll celebrate and they'll post it and be like, like why didn't you celebrate at like 1,001 or
Yeah.
999?
Well, see, when I get to 1,000, I won't celebrate anything. I'll be like, I need to get to 2,000. And it's not even anything I can stop from my own brain thinking. It
Yeah.
just thinks that way.
So your thing is like different.
Yeah, just like it's almost like a score. And I go, oh, well, what's my score right now? Right now it's 923.
Yeah.
I want my score to be 1,000. Why? I have no good reason.
And you yeah.
I'm stupid.
Yeah. Nonetheless, subscribe. That's how you can support. And YouTube, subscribe to that, If you're down, if you're into YouTube and watching videos, subscribe to that. I think I'm gonna put out another one here pretty soon.
Yeah, we hear that quite a
We
bit.
are gonna put out another one.
We hear that a lot.
I
Hear that a
know.
lot.
Hey, it kind of like the email list. You know how like okay, I'll talk about it in a second, but like the email list where you sign up, the insiders list, you
Mhm.
sign up and be like, hey, I'll send you, we'll send you some stuff. I'm not going to send you stuff every day. It's kind of like the YouTube. Hey, I'm going to put more videos. Maybe not every week, but there will be more
You're playing
than
hard
zero.
to get, basically, is what I'm hearing.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, on my end,
Yeah.
people are like, hey, Jocko, keep making a podcast every week. I say, okay, cool, I'll do it. Your end, they tell you, hey, Echo, can you make some more videos? And you're like, you know what?
Yeah. I'm not
They can wait.
No.
Damn, that's the artist in you.
No, that's not.
That's the
fun at
artist
all.
right there.
I'll we'll do some more videos. How about that?
We are all sitting here holding our breath there, Echo Charles, for you to make more
I
videos.
see what you're doing. You guys are like stroking my ego, like, oh, we're waiting for your next video, whatever. And I'm like, yes, they're waiting for my video. I'm gonna put on the video, be like, yes, I want my video, guys. And he's like, no,
Have you ever made a video that you got done and you said, I'm not even going to release this thing because it's too bad?
Yes. I have a whole series.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you,
Echo's
and we invested,
duds.
bro. It's there's like one of them's called 4 people you find on Facebook, and like Conan's in it. It's like the people who take one of them is like the people who take pictures of themselves, but they want to act like they're taking a picture of something, but it's like I don't know. It's like this thing, and it just didn't come out good. Anyway, nonetheless, yeah, I am very weary of these things.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All
so
right.
yeah, support that way. Back to the store, Jocko store. There's some new stuff.
Is it annoying to sit here and talk about like this stuff right here?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I didn't have
this is the
Debbie
thing.
and everyone saying, hey, Echo, where's the girl stuff? Or, and they're just like, all right, like not saying
This
anything.
is the thing. So
then
just so I think about it, like I always think like, okay, we can probably cut this, hey, let's just run through, how to support the podcast. It should take 3 minutes. For some reason, it turns into a 15-minute conversation.
Yeah.
And I never intend to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I listen to it, I actually laugh at most of it, and I
Yeah.
think it's pretty funny. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well-
Maybe we should do like a 2-hour podcast of us just talking about how to support the podcast, because it might be pretty funny. Because you're laughing right now, I was laughing a second ago,
Yeah.
and maybe that'd be the greatest topic ever.
Okay, so in that regard, I'm not saying this is proof, but this is evidence, and this happened more than once, by the way. So, a guy will order a shirt, and it's online, so you can't try on the shirts. So people will be like, hey, well, what's the shirt sizes or whatever, and they'll say, hey, I need a bigger size, or I don't know, I forgot to change my address or something where they require another shirt.
Yep.
So there'd be times I'd be like, oh, I'll just send it to you. Like it got lost in the mail or whatever. I'll just send it. So I just send it. And they're like, no, I do. Oh, no. Here, this is what it was too. And that happened before, but here's a very specific one I'm thinking about where I sent apparently 2 shirts. They got 2 shirts.
They were supposed to get one?
They're supposed to get one.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were like, I got 2 shirts. I'm keeping them. Tell me where to pay. Tell me how I can pay, because you can't go and click another, it'll go in the orders. And he goes, tell me where I can pay. I was like, nah, keep the shirt. That's all you, give it to somebody. And they're like, I demand to pay. It's like part of the reason is to support the podcast,
Yeah.
So, and I'm kind of like, dang, there are enforcements out there who embrace the reinforcing. That's why I think this is relevant.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess my point is that whenever we're talking about this stuff, what should be a 30-second thing turns into a 15-minute thing, like it's happening right now. And when I listen to the podcast, and I'll start going, oh, here come the advertisements. I got to make a note to say shorten these down. And then I say, oh, you know what? That was actually funny as hell.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe I'm just ultra sensitive.
Yeah, maybe just like the ritual thing.
Maybe.
Dug in.
So what were you saying? The store?
Yeah, the store. So hey, there's some new stuffs. This is the first time where I'm saying it publicly, but there's hoodies and they're pretty cool.
Yes,
Apparently, that's
the
what people
hoodies
have
are
been
nice.
saying.
The
Even Jocko
hoodies are
said
nice.
so good.
I like them.
Also, I redid the patches where they're FD. You know how JP last week said federal dark earth.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's flat dark earth.
Okay.
Not to be confused with flat earth.
Okay.
That's when people think the earth is flat.
Yeah, we don't want Eddie Bravo to get fired up about the earth being flat. Does he think that?
No.
Is that one of his conspiracy things that he believes in?
I don't think so. No.
He believes in all kinds of crazy conspiracies.
Yeah.
You know,
How do you know? How do you know?
I don't, man. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to
Right.
argue any of that stuff with Eddie Bravo.
I know,
I don't
man.
want to. I'll talk to Rubber Guard about it with him. I don't want to talk about nothing else, man.
Yeah.
That's too. He's got too many facts and figures about stuff. Facts and figures about all kinds of conspiracy stuff that I don't want to argue with. I'm good with him being in that world. I don't want to enter that world. I'm staying out of that world.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I guess I'm too blind to see the reality.
Yeah, you're not
which
woke.
is okay.
You're not
I'm gonna
woke.
stay blind on
Okay.
that stuff.
You're all good. But flat dark earth is a color.
Okay.
So we got it's the official one where if you're
Is it
in
3?
uniform,
Is it 2x3?
2x3.
Okay, sweet.
Anyway, so that's coming as far as the new stuff on JockoStore.com.
Nice.
So yeah, look at that. JockoStore.com. Look at the stuff on there. If you like it, go grab one. You can reinforce, and support this podcast that way.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
Appreciate it. You can also get some Jocko White tea, which I've been drinking liberally all night long, and I'm feeling pretty good right now.
How do you have some? Because we're out.
Yeah, well, so I got massive quantities I actually told our supplier, we will never run out of this again. How do we make that happen? And they told me how to make it happen. So it's going to be back in Amazon directly, and we will never run out of it again. That's my hope.
Dang.
I ordered a lot of it. Because I didn't know that people were going to be so into it. And then I realized, because sometimes you're in a bubble.
Yes.
And you think something's really cool.
Yep.
And no one else does. I have been in that bubble many times in my life where I thought something was really cool, and then I get outside the bubble and people don't think it's cool.
Bro, my whole life.
So I was under suspicion that this situation where I like this random tea, and then I got it tweaked to my specific liking, and I thought, well, okay, not only have I taken a random thing, and then I've tweaked it to be specifically what I like. I'm thinking to myself, like, what 7 people in the world are going to dig this? Well, what I should have done was taken it and given it to a bunch of people and said, hey, what do you think of this? And cool. Because by the time we did that, we basically did that, and you realize that it tastes really, really good. It's a unique, flavorful taste. And I think that's like part 1, is that it tastes really good. It doesn't taste like anything else. It's just got it doesn't taste like a juice. It doesn't taste like a tea. What does it taste like? It just tastes like it. It tastes like what it tastes like, and it tastes good. And universally, people go, "Oh yeah, that tastes great." It's just a universally good tasting thing. And then on top of that, you get the microdose of caffeine, just the microdose. So it's this thing that just comes in subsurface and just gives it to you, but it doesn't override your normal senses. And then on top of that, you got the antioxidant thing, which, for all I know, it's just repairing and taking care of your body, right? So you combine all those things together, and we got something very popular on our hands. And again, I thought that inside my bubble, was going to be popular. But now I realize that I think everybody loves the way it tastes, and everybody loves the way it makes you feel. Yeah. So what I got to do is order, through the manufacturer, ordered a ton of it, and go online.
Yeah, make it
and some people also said, hey, you know what, Jocko, stuff costs too much. And it cost a lot because we got a high quality container to put it in. The tin, as it's known.
Luxurious tin.
The luxurious tin.
You know what it was? It was deluxe. It was deluxe.
I knew I didn't say luxurious. Yeah, no. I forgot to rewind that part. But the tin costs a lot of money to make. And so that's what it is. Well, when people said it was too expensive, I said, oh, okay, cool. I'll put it in a box also. So we got it coming in a box. You can still get it in the tin because you need at least one tin, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to have one.
Multi-purpose
tactical tin. You probably need a few of them in your house. Pens, check. Screws and nails, check. And tea itself, check. And then you're also going to be able to buy it in big box with 100 count in there. So we're taking care of you on that end.
Yeah, good.
Again, here I was. All I wrote down to say was, we have Jocko white tea.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Instead, I talk about it for 8 minutes. What is wrong with me?
You gotta. Well.
And you know what? I think it's too much Jocko white tea. Has got me talking. Got me mentally engaged at such a level that I need to just take it easy.
It's called the positive feedback loop.
Also, we got a book, Extreme Ownership. It's about combat leadership. Therefore, it's about all leadership. Written by myself and my brother, Leif Babin. And if you buy the audio version, it's read by myself and my brother, Leif Babin. So you can check that out. It's also at Amazon. Appreciate it. Following that, if you happen to want to continue this little conversation that we're having right now, or you just want to get after it on the interwebs, that's cool. You can do it. We are there. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. And you know that we's at that Facebookie. Echo is at Echo Charles, and I am at Jocko Willink. And thanks to everybody for listening, for joining us as we join you, trying to figure out how to get better. And to my brothers in arms in the military overseas, hunting down evil and destroying it, you all out there, stay aggressive and stay ahead of the enemy. And the police and And law enforcement, thanks for holding the line and fighting crime. And the firefighters, of course, thanks for your vigilance and your courage under actual fire. And the rest of you troopers out there listening, honing your skills, building buildings, creating creations, designing designs, developing developments, working on what you are working on. Thanks for your relentless pursuit of excellence and of growth and of progress. And most of all, thank you for getting after it. So until next time, this is Echo and Jocko.